They do vehicle wraps also. Phoenix Promotional Solutions, 368-2404.
And I cannot lie, you other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung, you wanna pull up tough. You notice that butt was stuffed deep in the jeans she's wearing. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring.
All right, 23 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Friday morning. Hey, it's part of my contract. I'm supposed to do silly stuff on Fridays, right, Rowan? Just the way it works.
That's right.
It's always good to you to make sure that everybody understands I'm telling the truth.
Exactly.
All right. I've got a fun little segment right here for those of you who like to use your computers to entertain yourselves. Google Earth, Google Maps, whatever you want to call it, is one of my pastimes. I don't do it too much anymore, but I used to do it a lot. I go just look for things on Google Earth, or like go to Street View and like quote drive around. You don't really drive around, but you push that arrow and you kind of drive through your old neighborhood, or you drive through your current neighborhood.
Yeah.
My car, by the way, is in two places in the Ocala Google Maps.
Yes, it is.
It's parked at the Cascades, and it's parked at home.
Exactly.
So, as the Google guy was driving around Ocala, I guess he got my car parked over there. And I'm still working over there, apparently, according to the Google Maps.
Yeah.
My car is still over there, even though I'm over here at the Paddock Mall.
And there's one shot on 27th Avenue of your car, just down the road from here where it sort of curves.
We think so. Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
sure about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do think that is my car.
Yeah.
Well, because I think I saw the Google car,
Yeah.
and I waved at it, but they didn't get a picture of me waving. But I saw the car. I mean, it was, but this was like nowadays the Google car is labeled as such.
Yeah.
And we saw it again. We saw it again downtown.
Yeah, we did on Silver Springs Boulevard and 441. And we waved at them then too. Yeah,
They
that was cool.
they update the. We never looked to see if that one ever made it on there.
no.
They update the Street View in the bigger cities more often than they do in the smaller cities. Like if you go into the Street View of New York, it's like very recent. Like they don't wait much time. They keep driving around, keep constantly updating that one. Ocala has to wait sometimes. Well, at least we're on there.
Yeah.
At least we're in there. All right, so here's some fun things you can find on Google Earth. First, I want to tell you about a phantom island.
Okay.
In 2012, a group of Australian researchers undiscovered an island the size of Manhattan in the South Pacific.
Wow.
It's a place called Sandy Island. It popped up on maps northwest of Caledonia. It even showed up as a black polygon on Google Earth. But when scientists sailed there in November 2012 to figure out what it was, they found nothing. It was just open water.
Oh, my gosh.
In an obituary for the island, which was published last year, April of 2013, the researchers explained why the Phantom Island had been included on a lot of maps. They say human error or possibly a pumice raft.
Oh, no, that makes sense.
That's
Pumice
a large raft
Yeah.
made out of pumice the size
Yeah.
of Manhattan. That's pretty big.
Yeah, that's pretty huge.
All right, so here's something else fun or interesting or curious, anyway, that you can find on Google Maps. Outside of Sadr City, S-A-D-R City in Iraq.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the coordinates. It's a long number, so if you're driving, you'll never remember this. But it's 33.396157 degrees north and 44.48696 degrees east. Anyway, there's a blood red lake. No explanation as to why the lake is red. And that's crazy.
And does that tie in with your story yesterday about the bleeding
Which one?
in Italy?
No.
okay.
That was a Catholic church thing you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, now do people swim in that blood? I mean, is it like
This is
inhabitable?
Iraq.
Does it have
I don't know if we
fish
know.
or?
This is Iraq. I don't know
Yeah,
what
that's
we know.
hard to. Yeah, we wouldn't know that.
Somebody who's been there might be able to tell us.
We'd have to go undercover.
All right, this is a cool one. This is up in Canada somewhere. There is the world's largest island in a lake, on an island, in a lake, on an island.
Wow, the lady who swallowed a fly.
Right.
Exactly.
It's a 4-acre strip of land in Canada, located at exactly 69.793 degrees north and 108.241 degrees west Hey, by the way, call me if you want any of these repeated. I'll be glad to do that for you. It's an island does not have a name, apparently. It's a little squiggly-shaped island, actually. And it goes across the center of a small lake, which itself is encapsulated by a slightly larger island, and that resides inside one of a series of longer finger lakes located 75 miles inland from the southern coast of Victoria Island in northern Canada.
Oh, no, that is fascinating.
It's an island, so it's an island in a lake on an island in a lake on an island.
That is pretty awesome. I love that kind of geography. That's pretty
wonder
neat.
how many islands in a lake on an island there are. Probably a lot.
Yeah, I would think so.
The next one is the Boneyard. The Boneyard is at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in Tucson, Arizona.
Okay, we know about that.
The U.S. military planes go there to die. That's where they drop off all the dead airplanes.
Yeah.
It is called the Boneyard. It's a 2,600-acre cemetery of steel. And you can see it on Google Earth. It's kind of cool. It looks like a huge Air Force base, but they're just airplanes that are no longer being used. Let's see. It's closed to the general public, but Google Earth gives you a shot of it. And it's pretty high resolution, too, as a matter of fact. Virtually every plane the military has flown since World War II, from the B-52 Stratofortress to the F-14 Tomcat, is there. Of course, they're all in various stages of being decayed. The Boneyard at Davis-Monthan was used as the backdrop to the music video for a song called Learning to Fly.
Oh, okay.
Tom Petty's song.
Oh, okay. Gosh, so he got special permission.
Man, somebody let him in there.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that video again, see if I can see what they're talking about.
Sure. I bet that scene has been used in a couple different movies.
Yeah, you would think so,
Maybe,
right?
yeah.
You would think so.
Yeah.
The next thing, these are things you can see on Google Earth. It might be the world's biggest word.
Okay.
Hamad bin Hamdan Al Nahyan, a billionaire sheikh and a member of Abu Dhabi's ruling family, has had his name carved into the sandy surface of Al Futaisi Island, an island he owns in the Persian Gulf.
Oh, gosh.
At half a mile tall and 2 miles long altogether, the letters Hamad, H-A-M-A-D, may be the world's largest word.
Gosh. that would be huge. Bigger than the Hollywood sign.
That is ego.
Yeah,
That
I
is
would
it.
think so. Buy an island, engrave your name in there, let everybody know you're the richest guy on the planet.
And make sure when there's an article about things you can see from Google Earth or
Yeah.
Google Maps that you included in the article.
Exactly.
Good morning, you're on the air.
Hey, it's me, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, just a little bit of trivia about the what they call the Boneyard at Davis-Monthan. It's the air and the temperature there. It's so dry that actually the planes don't really rot. They're just there. The F-16, the F-16 fighter aircraft. All of the landing gear for the F-16 fighter craft came from the old B-58 Hustler that they had sitting there. They had recycled just a whole bunch of the old B-58 Hustlers, which flew back in the late 50s and early 60s, and then mothballed them, of course, after, because they were replaced by the B-52 and others. But it's an interesting little thing. They do go to that Boneyard and find things that they can use on the newer planes that will retrofit to the new plane.
Oh, really? So there's a reason for that. It's kind of like an old auto yard in case you need something.
Yeah. Exactly right. Exactly right. So they're not just there to rot. They have they're there to be. They're actually being preserved there by the natural dry weather.
Well, if anybody would know, you would. I was thinking of you as I was reading that, Tom. So
Just trivia.
that's cool stuff. All right, thanks, Tom. Appreciate that.
Bye.
All right, here's something else you can find on Google Earth, Google Maps, whatever you want to call it. So I'm confused. It's two different things, right? But you can see the
Yeah.
same stuff because it's the same planet.
Right, exactly.
All right, there's a view of elephants that is really clear in Africa. There's a satellite image, a high resolution, as a matter of fact, of a herd on the move in the nation of Chad. Go to the nation of
Okay.
Chad. You probably, if
Yeah.
you Google elephants in Chad on Google Earth, you'll probably find it. The coordinates, again, long number 10.903497 north and 19.93229 east. If you want to look it up, or call me. I'll be
Oh, okay.
You can see the elephants from the air. Kind of cool.
I bet that's pretty neat to watch them. Elephants are fascinating creatures.
And then there's something interesting in the Gobi Desert. New-found Google Earth images have revealed an array of mysterious structures and patterns etched into the surface of China's Gobi Desert.
Oh my gosh.
And it almost looks like an abstract drawing. According to experts, this is a secret military base. And the structures are used for a variety of purposes, including weapons testing, spy satellite calibration, and testing of radar instruments. The most elaborate feature, an intricate grid of perfectly straight lines that weave back and forth every few hundred feet for 20 miles,
Oh my.
is most likely an antenna array, a device used for tracking, for weather tracking.
Or so they say.
Yeah, right. So they
Weather
say.
tracking.
So how about that,
Yeah,
huh?
right. Now that is pretty cool.
That is kind of cool.
That is pretty cool, I bet.
The next one you would recognize right away. You wouldn't need to be a scientist to figure out what it is. It's an advertising thing. KFC decided to put a gigantic picture of Colonel Sanders. Mm-hmm. And remember, we found a lake that was shaped like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah,
Not
we
too
did.
far from here.
Exactly.
Not too far from here.
Yep. It's shaped just like Mickey Mouse.
Considering the number of people who troll Google Earth in their free time, it isn't surprising that enormous advertisements have started popping up in remote areas, it says. Mm-hmm. And the KFC Colonel, let's see, 87,500 square foot picture of Colonel Sanders is what it is.
That is
It's
huge.
in Nevada. It's just off of Extraterrestrial Highway.
Okay.
So if you're if you want to look for it that way, Extraterrestrial Highway is what it's off of. The coordinates are 37.646.163 north and 115.750.819 west. I know I read it fast. The whole purpose of that just to give you some entertainment.
So do you think that 87,000 square feet is larger than the entire area that the Paddock Mall is sitting on with the parking lot?
I don't know.
Because that's how I put things in
Yeah, right. How do you,
perspective,
something
too.
you know, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there's a shipwreck you can see from Google Earth. It's the SS Jasm. Mm-hmm. The SS Jasm, a Bolivian cargo ferry, ran aground and sank on the Wingate Reef off the coast of Sudan in 2003. It's 265 feet long. It is now one of the largest shipwrecks visible on Google Earth. And there you go.
Oh my gosh, that is pretty cool.
You could probably...
That is pretty cool. Shipwrecks are fascinating animals.
And then it depends on how you look at it. If you look at it horizontally, it looks like lips that are kissing.
Okay.
These luscious lips are a hill formation located in Garb, Darfur in Sudan. Mm-hmm. Just a giant pair of lips is what it looks like.
That's pretty awesome.
Unless you look at it vertically, then it looks like something
And
else.
it looks like something else. That's pretty awesome.
And then the possibility of a UFO on the ground is something that I know will attract Doug's attention because Doug likes UFOs.
Yep, he does.
UFOs and roaches in his cereal,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
In Australia, there might be a UFO. Nobody knows what it is. It's a strange triangle dotted with bright lights, and it appears in the middle of a field. When it was first discovered in 2007, UFOologists, or ufologists, whatever you call them, were quick to call it a triangle UFO caught in the act of hovering above the Earth. Other Google Earth users say it may be an antenna array with three sets of wires forming a triangle and a tower in the middle. Anyway, if you want to see it, it's in Australia, which is a big, gigantic place. So let me give you the coordinates. 30 degrees, 30... how do you call that? 30 degrees, 38.44 south. Boy, how do you read that thing? 115 degrees, 22, and then a line. Is that like feet? 56. I don't even know how to read that. Well, you know what we should do?
Not
Put
with
this
the
on
line.
Facebook. We'll put it on Facebook.
Okay.
Make it easy for everybody. And then the last one I have is a pentagram, a star in a circle, on the windblown steppes of Central Asia. In an isolated corner of Kazakhstan, there's a large pentagram. It's about 1,200 feet in diameter, etched into the Earth's surface. The five-pointed star, surrounded by a circle, located on the southern shore of the upper Tobol Reservoir, shows up vividly on Google Maps, and the online version of more detailed Google Earth. Oh, so that's the difference. Google Earth is more detailed?
Oh, okay.
But anyway,
Okay.
so there you go. Those are the things I want to share. Good
That
morning.
is
You're on the air.
fascinating.
Good morning, Larry and Robin.
Hey.
It's interesting listening to the Google Earth stuff. I know when it first came out, you can look up like the pyramids and famous landmarks like Eiffel Tower and things like that.
Right.
That was also fun to look. And you read that is degrees, minutes, and seconds.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's how it's read.
So you say 30 degrees.
30 degrees, and then the minutes, and then seconds.
30 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay. Really? Okay.
That's
so,
interesting.
So the little circle is degrees, and then what is the little apostrophe thing?
I'd have to have it in front of me, but it's degrees, minutes, seconds.
Okay.
And that's just getting finer and finer increments of graduations.
Okay. I wonder why the other ones weren't written that way. All the other ones that they had on the list.
Yeah.
Maybe they just gave it. Maybe it's so large they just give a bulk.
Yeah, maybe.
Kind of a broad
Well,
area.
to make it easy for everybody, we'll just put it on Facebook. Make it real easy. And if you want to look it up yourself right now, it's a website called livescience.com. We've actually used this website a couple times in this show. All right, thank you. Appreciate that. I see, I guess he's gone. Livescience.com is where I got it from. All right, we will push forward, and we've got some news to do. And then when we're back on the air with Galen, we've got a kind of a cool segment. It's called Life Hacks. These are tips on things that you could do, including a cool way to remove a yolk from a raw egg. You know, you want only egg whites, which
Yes.
I'll never understand this. You can explain it to me, but why would you do this? But
Makes
anyway,
things pretty.
if you spoke to John Bastow, which we have many times, the exercise guru, he wants nothing to do with yolks.
Yeah.
And he takes his egg and he knows how to do this back and forth with the two halves of the shells. Well, we've got a better way to do it.
No, this is awesome.
A better way for guys like me who I would never want to do it because I'm happy with the yolk. But how to remove a yolk from an egg and other cool life hacks when we come back with Galen after these important messages. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Doug.
Hey,
This
you're welcome.
is The Source, WOCA.
Trauma care centers save thousands of Florida lives.
But Shands UF wants to close Ocala Regional's trauma center.
An out-of-town hospital that receives millions in taxpayer money is suing to shut down Ocala's trauma center. They want to pull the plug on life-saving trauma care all over Florida. Don't let them get away with it. Trauma care increases the chance of survival in traumatic injuries by 25%. 25%.
That's right. But only 2 in 5 Floridians have the access to trauma care they need.